Okay, so we have an urgent information coming out. Do me a favor, share this video. Thank you so much for your support. Approximately 4 a.m. Eastern Time, US Marine Corps buses begin moving Marines towards Los Angeles. At the same time, arson and looting now happening. Alright, so guys, I'm watching all these videos is really sad. A lot of businesses were hit. Apple Store, there was a small business, big business, they were hit really hard. And owners woke up this morning. This one guy, came out and said, I worked years and years, and everything I worked for is gone. So, we need to continue praying for the people out there in Los Angeles. But it's not only Los Angeles. We are seeing something like this happening in Austin and Houston. We are seeing that happening in New York and Boston. This is just the tip of the iceberg. It kind of reminds me of 2020. You guys know what happened in 2020, right? It kind of it's like deja vu all over again. All right, so we're going to see what's going on here. Do me a favor, please pray for the people out there. Pray for them. For those of you that want to send us letters or prayer requests, you can send it to me, US Santiago, or my wife, Jessica Santiago, at 3432 US Highway 19, number 2, Holiday, Florida, 34691. Let me play this video really quick and see what's going on here.
From 29 Palms, it's about a dozen buses, presumably filled with hundreds of deployed Marines, left the 29 Palms military base tonight. This new video just in from 29 Palms is about a dozen white transport buses, presumably filled with hundreds of deployed Marines, left the 29 Palms military base tonight. These are combat troops who the Pentagon says have been trained in de-escalation and the rules of the use of force. They're headed toward Los Angeles, but their final destination not publicly revealed. A statement from the U.S. Northern Command says the Marines of the 2nd Battalion, 7th Marine Regiment will be working with the National Guard troops already deployed here to, quote, protect federal personnel and federal property in the greater Los Angeles area.
Okay, so those buses are packed with U.S. Marines, and they're heading towards Los Angeles. All right, so in the early mornings. All right, so let's see what's going on here, guys. Do me a favor again, like I said, give this video a like. If this is your first time, hit that notification bell, hit that like button. At about 4 a.m. Eastern Time, U.S. time today, Tuesday, over a dozen U.S. military buses began a trip from 29 Palms, California, towards Los Angeles, carrying about 700 U.S. Marines. They're not coming for sightseeing. Now, the brief video below shows the convoy of buses traveling on the highway towards Los Angeles and the riots taking place in that city. The U.S. Northern Command has activated the Marine Infantry Battalion that was placed in an alert status over the weekend. Approximately 700 Marines with 2nd Battalion, 7th Marines, 1st Marine Division will seamlessly integrate with the Title 10 forces under Task Force 51, who are protecting federal personnel and federal property in the greater Los Angeles area. This made Gavin look so bad. I'm sorry, but it's just really sad what's going on out there. Now, Breitbart released some footage of certain individuals that were put in custody by ICE. That's what started all this. And the people that are in custody right now are people that went after young ones, men, that went after young ones. You guys know young ones, all right? They did bad stuff. RAPE. All right? So ICE are out there getting them. And now all of a sudden we are seeing all this rise going on. So now it seems like people are defending lawlessness and criminals. Is that what? Very sad. Very sad. It says here, the Task Force 51 is U.S. Army North Contingency Command Post, which provides a rapidly deployable capability to partner with civil authorities and DoD entities in response to a Homeland Defense and Homeland Security operation. It is commanded by Major General Scott M. Sherman. Now, Task Force 51 is comprised of approximately 2,100 National Guard soldiers in a Title 10 status and 700 active duty Marines. Task Force 51 forces have been trained in de-escalation, crowd control, and standing rules for the use of force. Now we're going to go with the arson and looting. Meanwhile, inside Los Angeles, parked cars were being torched as people inside passing cars threw what is believed to be Molotov cocktail at them. Wow. Now, guys, I'm not going to play the video. YouTube is being really strict when it comes to certain videos now. So, Los Angeles rioter meet the U.S. Marine. Good luck with that, so, Mario says. Over a dozen buses carrying 700 active duty Marines have left 29 Palms heading for Los Angeles. And they didn't come for the sightseeing. So, arson strikes, arson attack like the one shown above have been going on all night in Los Angeles. And of course, whenever there is a civil disaster, severe storm damage, or earthquake damage, the usual suspect can be relied upon to begin looting, except the LA police was having any of it. Cops from LAPD can be seen in video below tackling looters as they exited a store they robbed. Now, again, I cannot play this video. Follow me on Twitter. The link in the description box. I'm sharing all the videos there. I cannot share it here. 4 videos were removed by this platform. I do not want to get hits, guys. I'm sorry. But the videos are very, very, very disturbing. Again, it reminds me of 2020. We are back in 2020 all over again. You know, China is mocking us. They put out a video that was like, man, look at you guys. You call that democracy? So, again, we are being laughed at. We are definitely being laughed at. They're not laughing at Donald. They're just laughing at these Looney Tunes that acting like hyenas. So, it just, you know, thank you, Gavin. That's all I got to say. Thank you, Gav. Thank you. Thank you to the Los Angeles mayor. You allowed these individuals to come into, to pour into your states and for so many years. And now look, this is why we should have kept the doors closed at the southern region. But no, we have to listen to the Pope. Let him in. Let him in. Europe, let the people in. Why do we listen to these? Why do we listen to them? So we could get this? But they won't open their church. Or the Roman Catholic church. They won't open that. Okay, so this is Hal Turner, editorial opinion. He said this. This is what diversity actually is. Alright, so you got certain individuals from low-life lands. And a lot of stuff here I'm just going to skip. Now, I can understand that Turner is a little frustrated and stuff like that. Many Americans are frustrated. Now that it's time to go home, these individuals do what they did in their home countries. Or, again, you see that? So a lot of stuff here I'm just going to skip, guys. I truly apologize. I can understand that, you know, again, the frustration of many people out there. But I'm just going to skip all this here, guys. I'm just going to skip all this. Let me just highlight this one really quick. That's what I just mentioned not too long ago. But yeah, the white buses has arrived in LA. Gavin should come out and say, hey, Los Angeles, just take it easy. Now, he hasn't said that. He hasn't said nothing. He keeps bashing Donald over and over and over. Donald's thinking about his parade. Donald's thinking about his birthday. Dude, can you stop going after Donald and just fix your region? Just fix it. If not, then people's going to remember you, man. So far, your approval rating is 34. Gavin Newsom, your approval rating is now 34. That's not good. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Please pray for the people out there in LA. We are praying for the people out there. Be safe. And we're also praying for the Marines. We're praying for the National Guards, law enforcement, ICE officials. We're praying for a lot of people. I pray for Gavin. I pray for, again, Karen Bass. I pray for, the politicians out there. Please, please. Look, I think it's time for left and right to come together, figure this thing out. We cannot be, going back and forth with this. We need to clean this mess up. We need to, stop, with all these back and forth words, and time to come to the round table. That's Gavin and Donald. It's time to talk. Thank you so much for watching. Please share the video. For those of you that want to send us letters or prayer requests, you send it to me, US Santiago, or my wife, Jessica Santiago, at 3432 US Highway 19, number 2, Holiday, Florida, 34691. Once again, guys, $5 a month Patreon. We get you access to our live stream once a week. We talk about things that we cannot talk about on this platform. Also, I posted videos today. Those links will be in the comments box. Thank you so much for watching. God bless you all. Put faith and trust in Jesus Christ. For He's the only way, the truth, and the life. No one gets to the Father except through Jesus. Thank you so much for watching. Till next time later. Peace.